Welcome back to Miss B Biology. This is a revision lesson on the topic genetic inheritance. So grab your book and grab your pen and let us begin. The lesson objective is to define and explain genetic terms, and these terms are gametes, chromosome, gene, allele, dominant, recessive, homozygous, heterozygous, genotype, and phenotype. The first word is gametes. Gametes are also called sex cells. Gametes are the reproductive cells of organisms, and these would be the egg cell and the sperm cell for animals. The next word is chromosomes. Chromosomes are thread-like structures found inside the nucleus. Chromosomes are made up of DNA and a protein called histone. The next word is gene. A gene is a small section of the DNA that codes for a specific protein. So if this is the DNA, these small sections would be different types of genes. The next word is allele. Alleles are different forms of a gene. If the gene is, say, eye color, the alleles would be brown eyes, blue eyes, and green eyes. Another example would be if the gene is height, then the allele would be tall or short. The next word is dominant allele. The dominant allele is expressed in the phenotype, and this is represented by uppercase letters. So in this case, big T, and this represents tall. Remember, for each characteristic, a person has two alleles. For example, if someone is tall, they could be big T, or big T, small t. One allele came from the egg cell and one came from the sperm cell. The next word is recessive allele. The recessive allele is only expressed in the phenotype when the organism has two of these alleles. The recessive allele is represented by lowercase letters. For example, small t, and this would be for short. Remember that each characteristic has two alleles, one from the egg cell, one from the sperm cell. So in this case, this person is small t, and this is a short person. If the person has big T, small t, the person will be tall because the small t is masked when the dominant allele is present. The next word is homozygous, and this is when two identical alleles are present for a particular characteristic. For example, small t, and this is homozygous. Why? Because there are two identical alleles. This is also homozygous recessive. Remember, homozygous is when there are two identical alleles, but recessive is represented using lowercase letters. So in this case, this person would be short. This is also homozygous. Why? Because there are two identical alleles. But in this case, it is homozygous dominant. Remember, the dominant allele is represented using uppercase letters. So this person would be tall. The next word is heterozygous. And this is when there are two different alleles for a particular characteristic. For example, big T, small t. This is heterozygous. And in this case, the individual would be tall. Why? Because when the dominant allele is present, it masks the recessive allele, and so the dominant allele is expressed. So in this case, the individual would be tall. Next word is genotype. The genotype is the alleles present for a particular characteristic. For example, a tall person, their genotype would be big T, small t, or big T, big T. If the person is short, Their genotype would be small t, small t. So the genotype students are represented by the letters. The next word is phenotype. Phenotype is the physical appearance of an individual for a particular characteristic. The phenotype is the expressed characteristic. For example, a phenotype could be tall. A phenotype could be curly hair. The phenotype could also be brown eyes. So the phenotype is what we are seeing, the characteristic that is expressed. Did you achieve the lesson objective? Are you able to define and explain genetic terms? All you need to do is to practice some past paper questions to check your knowledge. Thank you so much for watching and all the best in your exams. Bye bye.